Everybody, raise your drinks, raise your glasses, whatever you have. This one's a new one, and we've never played it before. It's probably gonna suck, but give it up for the bartender!
All right, everybody, welcome to Mr. P, Stage Banter with Mr. P and Wrath, because we have changed it up. Oh, he is taking his shirt off. Okay, that is what happens on Season 2, Episode 2, and we are here with the Social Infants. If you don't know who the Social Infants are, you're probably pretty normal. So let me tell you who they are. They're a great fucking bunch of dudes. I played with them a bunch of times last summer when they were on tour with Wrath, and I saw them once this summer before I joined the band that I'm in right now, Leave It Behind. And despite the fact that they have an obsession with anal beads, they are really, really nice dudes. Not that there's anything wrong with anal beads. I'm not shaming anyone who enjoys anal beads. My apologies for anal bead lovers out there.
On that thought, I'm late on this, but I just saw the holiday episode of Hot Ones, and Steve-O's on it at the end, and they give him an award, and I don't know what's... Steve-O's obsessed with shoving things up his ass. Like, literally, he, gets this award, and he's like, I brought a bottle of lube just for this, and he shoves a golden bottle of hot sauce up his ass on camera, and I'm like, he was dead set on it, and so... Yeah.
Well then,
speaking of anal beads, we're all that's the way to go.
I like it.
Well, when I think that Buffalo Wild Wings, it's a problem.
Well, I know Middle-Aged Queers, they did a whole thing where they had specially made anal beads with little mini discs and stuff that they were selling at one point.
That's awesome.
That kind of
would be a good addition to the table.
Yeah.
That's pretty sick.
Put the X on the back of one, easy enough.
Yeah.
Which is Stage Banter, right?
Absolutely.
What about Stage Banter? Yeah, this is the show where we talk about Stage Banter. I my whole spiel is different. It's too early in the morning. Yeah, okay, here we go. We don't talk about the normal band stuff. I don't care how you write your songs. I don't care where you got your band name from. I don't care about your next tour, your last fucking album. None of that matters. We're here to talk about the stuff that really matters. How you talk on stage, what you're saying between the songs. So I know when I go home and I think about what I saw and I want to post on social media, I like to post the stage banter that I saw. Fuck the songs, fuck the pits, fuck anything else like that. It's only about stage banter. And I didn't introduce my co-host, Wrath. He's Wrath. It's spelled R-A-T-H, which is not how you spell Wrath.
Because I'm stupid.
Because he's stupid.
Because I'm stupid.
That was my new introduction, much slower, sort of Ben Steinish.
No. I just found a cable dunked in my yesterday's coffee, and so I hope that doesn't ruin it because it's my
Well, if it was today's coffee, it would be okay, but yesterday's coffee is a problem.
Well, I just had to mention that it was yesterday's coffee. So if you see me drinking the coffee, it's not dirty wired coffee.
It could be,
just so everybody knows.
I will drink coffee that's out of my car for a day.
Oh,
you know what? If there's milk in it, absolutely not.
I don't put dairy in my coffee.
I would just shit my pants immediately.
Yeah, no. I just straight black coffee. But I have 3 or 4 cups.
That's different.
But I will drive to work an hour, and I'll be driving home like, oh my god, I am so tired. And I look and I'm like, oh, there was yesterday's coffee that I didn't finish.
Iced coffee now, bitch.
It's like 30 minutes down 87 before I can get to a coffee shop, and I'm tired now. So let's do this.
I can feel that.
Do it.
Yeah. I mean, I've definitely reheated old coffee. So,
how do you guys take your coffees?
I take mine black, like my women.
Absolutely.
Which is an old airplane joke, so that's why I said that.
Yeah.
I take mine like I take my women also. I don't like coffee.
Who's the intel now?
And see, and these are the jokes that you shouldn't say on stage inherently.
I mean, I don't know. You could call yourself gay, I guess. I mean, that's. It's not really self-deprecating.
People hear that,
I mean, especially
it's interesting the sort of humor that comes out of me depending on which band we're talking with.
Yeah.
This would not be the sort of jokes I'd be making when I was talking with Gary from Kill Your Idols.
Well, for sure not.
Definitely not.
Did you make jokes with Gary from Kill Your
I
Was that a
tried.
joking? I don't remember editing that one. I kind of just.
Oh, it happened. And he's a great guy, super nice. But like whenever I tried to do a funny shtick, he just took it so seriously. I was like, oh,
Like, why would you say that? Why would
I
you
was
say
like, it's fine. I was like, we'll keep the humor light on this one.
We got to get more like New York hardcore dudes and see who like that'll be a running gag so we can get to laugh. Like
Yeah.
it's not Roger Merritt, like he's
Yeah.
easy. But like
Speaking of which, I did a review for this German punk band, and they want to be on the podcast. So
I don't have to speak.
the one
German.
guy
I
in
mean,
the
speak
band
a
is
little
from
German.
Florida.
But I don't have to.
So it's like imagine a Florida person doing German humor.
What's German humor?
Exactly.
There isn't German humor. It's not. It's
No.
not a thing.
No, I mean that's
They're
one thing.
depressed
When
and
I
they
toured
like
Germany, it was definitely a lacking of humor, and I try not to be ethnocentric like that.
Oh, they're dude. They know it. They know it. The Germans that leave Germany and come to America are some of the funniest. But if you're no. When you're in Germany, it's depression. That's it. That's all you got. Like we're horrible people. I don't know what to do. We've done some atrocious things. Like the Japanese are like, you know what? Fuck it. Yeah, we did. Let's just work harder.
Yeah, let's be funny. Let's be amazing.
Cool. Right. Like, let's just do everything as good as we can.
Yeah.
Now we got this time.
It the best you can.
Yes. All right, so let's actually start with some of our opening questions here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
we started with some weird questions, I guess.
Yeah. Do you want to start, or you want me to start? How do you want to run this, sir? Want to do?
I don't give a fuck. I've talked to him too much.
Yeah. I get that.
I'm surprised that Brad's even here right now.
I know. I
He
thought
has to
about
be
not
here.
coming.
I wasn't going
always
to
think
meet with
about
you guys
not coming.
otherwise. I was like, fuck those dudes. I don't want to talk to them. I was like, taking away my Saturday morning talking to a bunch of like social infants. Fuck that shit.
Bunch of homos.
Is your hand in your pants?
No.
Not you, the center one.
Oh, is there what?
Is that Ian?
Oh, what?
Okay.
This is probably the best interview setting. I think it's definitely the best interview setting
It definitely is.
We had what? We had the restaurant from
The restaurant where the Friday the 13th thing went on from
Friday the
Panic
13th.
on. But they
That's
changed the
cool.
name though. It's not on anymore, which is probably a pretty good idea because on was too ungoogleable.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Imagine trying to
In
find
a
that.
day of social media, I still can't get over the fact that bands will either pick names that are impossible to Google. Like I get all's fine. They were a long time before the internet, but like you need to have a name that you can Google, and it needs to be different. Like there should not be
like
five
Ralph.
other bands with your name on Spotify. If there is, pick a fucking different name.
Our name.
People are really weird about that.
Our name has a lot of infant learning Google searches. Yeah.
Yes.
We got like infant to market with that. Yeah. So it kind of backfired a little, but nobody else had it. Because we search for a name, it's like daycare's near you. Yeah.
That's where you belong. So
That's what we know.
I was like, I don't know. People that search up daycares near them that don't have any kids bother me.
Yeah. I think so.
I'm just saying.
That's a little weird.
A little weird. What is FBI's like, man, these young men keep looking up daycares all the time.
Yeah. Infants drinking.
They're tracking everything you do.
Yeah.
Facebook has an algorithm every time you turn it on, it's suggesting daycares.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Well, drop your kids off so you can come to a show, you know?
Why would you drop your kids off? Bring them. All shows should be all ages.
That's true. I mean, I wouldn't. I wouldn't bring a baby.
It's annoying.
You wouldn't bring a baby. I've seen a baby at a show once in Beaverdale, Pennsylvania.
You know what? Do you remember when we were playing at Mutiny? Was that with you guys and the dude brought the baby in?
Yeah.
We were playing so the dude brought a baby in, and I was like, "This is loud.
That's our
Like, that's
go-to.
not really safe."
I think the youngest I ever brought one of my kids to a show was 4, and I got those big, giant airplane like things that fit over their ears.
That's cool.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
A little like born 3 days ago. Yeah, that scared the shit out of me. I was like, I'm gonna knock that thing over.
Did you say anything about it while you were on stage?
No.
Did you mock them? Did you call DCF? Like, hold on a second, guys. We got to stop this next show. I'm going to call DCF.
Yeah. Yeah, slide a drink for that guy. Yeah.
So when you're playing, your stage banter, does it ever differ based on the crowd? And by that I mean like crowd like ages. I can mean whether it's your friends. Like, have you ever noticed that the way you talk to the crowd changes based on who you're in front of?
I don't think it matters who's there. I think it matters size-wise for us.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll tone it down for smaller, and we'll crank it up for bigger shows for sure. If it's smaller, but they're into it, it doesn't matter. But if you got like 10, 15 people who are just sitting there blank face, I fucking hate that. Yeah. You know, that's the worst for me. It makes me not even really want to talk other than like the shit you have to say. Literally. But if people are into it or the crowd's big, we'll go all out and just say random bullshit. Anything.
See, I would say when I was in like the overprivileged, it was probably the opposite. When we played to a large crowd, the nerves would get to us to the point where we would just play through the songs back to back. But when it was a small group of people, we would just tell a lot of jokes because it's like, well, fuck it. We it was like 5 people watching us. Let's just rip our personalities. Versus like over on stage playing a big show, and we were told we have to be off at exactly this amount of time. We have this much time to get off the fucking stage, or there's not 5 minutes of spare time. So I was like, all right, play 5 songs, talk for 30 seconds while we tune, play 5 songs, talk for 30 seconds while we tune, play 5 songs, be done.
Always get the tuning part, so we're good. Yeah.
Do you have a tuner, or do you like tune by ear? Because I still see bands tuning by ear now and then.
I tune by ear. We have a tuner just in case, but we usually tune by ear for real. I use my phone a lot of times if I forget my tuner. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm usually like that. I've got the tuner on my amp, so I'll start nice, and then if it kind of goes out of tune, I'll just quick. I don't have a pedal yet. You know.
And then people will always shout, or someone on stage will say the tuning song. We should come up with something different besides the tuning song. I'm kind of like tired of hearing that phrase. It's like people shouting out play Freebird. I don't want to hear that anymore either.
I love this song.
What can we call it besides the
funniest guy I've ever heard in my life?
Yeah. Our greatest hit. Greatest hit.
Speaking of like Freebird, I remember reading an interview with like Tom Morello from Rage Against the Machine. He's like, yeah, I actually wish I would get shouted Freebird because I'm black. Everyone always shouts play Jimi Hendrix. Like, damn. Little subtle racism.
Damn.
That's fucked.
Damn.
It's like when you assume every black band sounds like Bad Brains.
Or
or every female band sounds like Bikini Kill.
Or Paramore. Oh yeah, we get Paramore.
Paramore, yeah. But you know, the problem is I do a lot of reviews and a lot of bands try and sound like Paramore. Like when they send me their EPKs, they're literally referencing Paramore. So it's really hard not to reference their comparison when they're doing it themselves.
Yeah, for
they
sure.
Obviously are so heavily influenced.
I've seen when people get mad that people say they sound like Paramore. Or like Greta Van Fleet. They get mad, sound like Led Zeppelin. Like, we don't sound like Led Zeppelin.
You sound just like Led Zeppelin. You guys sound like Mojo Nixon to me.
Yeah, okay. We'll take that. I get mad when people say we sound like Blink-182. Okay.
You guys sound nothing like Blink-182.
Yeah, you sound more like Bigger Grind. Definitely like Bigger Grind or All Pigs Must Die, perhaps.
Bathtub shitter.
I thought we sounded like Bikini Kill. Yeah, that's what we're calling.
Cannibal Corpse is, I feel like, your biggest influence there. You can tell.
Really big for you. I can see that.
Yeah. It's that Florida shit, you know.
Swedish death metal in there, perhaps. So, what's the favorite thing you've ever said on stage? Should sit with you.
Favorite thing? Oh my God. There's one move I'd like to do during a song where Matt Lee's singing, and I'll go well, while he's standing, I'll go under him, like behind his asshole, and I do my thing.
Just
I'll
right
do
up
that.
in there.
For those of you listening on Spotify, you're just gonna have to imagine what he's doing because I'm not going to describe it.
Yeah,
It involves his head in Matt's ass.
If there's a Patreon, we can definitely do that for the Patreon. But for favorite thing,
I mean, you're using your mouth, but is that actually stage banter?
I mean, if there was a microphone down there, probably even better. Like, but what do you? I don't have anything. So a lot of times, the shit that we say is just off the cuff. Yeah, we don't. We have like 2 things that we say like every show. Yeah, yeah. Everything else is just
Give him to it. I'm going to hear it. Say it right now, like you're at the show. There's 300 people here right now. The 2 things I want to hear them. And don't
I think I could guess
you
them
give me
too.
some weak ass like saying it like you're just saying like I really want you to show me stage wise, and if you don't, I'm going to make you keep fucking doing it until it's good enough. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Don't fuck with me here.
Oh, okay.
All right.
How are we doing tonight? We got a beautiful crowd out there. I need Listerine because I sucked his cock. This next song is really personal to me. It's about a couple of months ago. I broke both my arms, and these guys took care of me. They helped me out, and they took turns jacking me off. That's what this next song is about, called "Take My Hands." And then shit. Maniacs, man. Boners, cock. I like to.
Lots of boners.
This next song's about, and then just come up with the most wild shit. Yeah. It's also like picking people out of the crowd and like making fun of them almost sometimes. Yeah.
You really are a bunch of immature sack clowns.
Yeah.
It's literally like you listen to a lot of NoFX live albums and you said, "Oh, we're just gonna give the same shit." I was like,
Yeah, they literally. Social Evidence is a NoFX lyric. Yeah.
that explains it.
Yeah. We love NoFX.
They're just rolling entertainment on tour. That's the only reason I bring them.
Yeah. No, it's
I don't need a backing
nonstop
band.
8th grade humor, and I taught 8th grade, so I know 8th grade humor really well.
We're just 8th graders on tour.
I love it. Wait. Wait a minute.
But you love what? You love every 8th graders on tour with you?
Yeah.
Right, dude.
When you put it that way.
Oh, I put it that way because you said it that way.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yes,
has
I
it
do.
changed at all? Like when you guys started, were you able to do stage banter, or were you like too nervous, or did you come out swinging at the fences?
I think we've always done it. I used to drink. Now I can do it.
Yeah.
So for the first like 6 months, alcohol would help me with stage band. It was pretty good.
It was pretty good. Because everyone says their best stuff when they've had alcohol.
Absolutely.
Never
It's
anything
about how
you
much.
never said.
Because I won't remember it the next day. Yeah.
Well, just about how much alcohol you had before, and
Oh, that's it. I have to at least have 2. 2 before.
Well, but 2, that's so vague. Is it like 2 beers, 2
Yeah.
shots,
2.
2 IPAs,
Just 2.
2
whiskey, 2 handles of vodka, like 2.
It's 2.
2 10%ers. 2 dicks. That's what it is. Oh, okay.
Listen, as long as there's 2.
Yeah, just put it. Just put it on.
Oh my goodness.
What do you think the bathtub score?
What's that? What the fuck?
What do you think the bathtub score is? The edgy.
2.
I mean, I think it's for just the blowers, right? It's got the bubble makers.
Yep.
They're doing it, Scott.
Attachments in here that go up your ass.
I'm actually kind of ashamed that you're all just not in there like with like bubbles and stuff all the way up to your nipples and stuff, just like sitting there.
That
I was like,
good.
it's fine that you're all like fully clothed, chilling in the tub and everything, but like, I'm just saying. I mean, I know it's a podcast, but we also post it to YouTube, and
yeah, you don't want to see what's actually going on. We should
I do.
bubbles.
bubbles.
Just put bars over your eyes. It's fine.
Restart. Yeah, we started.
So you already mentioned that size matters. Does the geographic location matter? Like where you're at? Like, does it change when you go on tour? Because you go on tour fairly often.
Yeah.
Or is it the motion of the ocean?
I think it's all fair game. I think any crowd is every crowd, right? So it's like, I don't know. On tour, I'd probably go more all out because I'm like, I will probably never see these people again. So like, if I say some random dumb shit that embarrasses me, at least I'm not gonna go see these people next week. You know what I mean? And that's where I give them all Matt's number to make sure to give them suggestions of what not to say.
I think when I was in my 20s, I was far more obnoxious, but I also was in my 20s in the early 2000s when everyone didn't have a camera and a video on their phone. And the shit I used to say and do is now just in the wind, right? I was listening to a Scott Dad's podcast, and they're interviewing Scott Pository, and the one dude who runs the podcast, he's known me for 25 years or so, and he was talking to them. He's like, yeah, Scott was a wild man in his 20s, but you know, he's a PhD guy and he teaches now, so I'm just not going to say any of that stuff. I was like, thank you.
Thank you.
I was on his podcast for our Ratchet Boys release, and I actually had emails like, could you cut that out? It just that has to just go.
Yeah.
I just can't. That would be really fun to share around a table of beers with some friends, but that just does not need to be saved for internet posterity. Like it's got to go, and it's very hard for me to say that something has to go because I don't believe in censoring myself. But I'm like, yeah, that's just not gonna. No.
I think our biggest hope is to like land on a fail compilation on YouTube or something. Like worst bomb on stage ever. Number three.
Number three.
Our first show could have been. Number one, dude. That just sucks.
Well, so how much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Answer that, stage banter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. Cool.
That's it.
I'm good. Satisfied. I
You
just
don't
needed
want to
someone to
fall
answer.
I would like to see people do stage banter where they do like theater sports where they ask people to give them 3 terms and they have to come up with stage banter like while they're on stage based on the terms that they were given.
You asked for it at the beginning of the set. So
yeah, like improv stage banter, and you've got to listen into your stage banter all night.
Or you have people write in like surveys, like Family Feud, like they'll write in shit, and you pick it out.
Yeah,
and it's out like
that'd be funny.
That's fucking brilliant. Like a fishbowl.
Yeah,
like
fishbowl
around. Like, oh, okay,
it's fishbowl night.
That's fucking brilliant.
It'd be hard for us because all the fishbowl would just be girls giving us their number.
The wrong number, perhaps.
Here's number for help. Here's a therapist.
All right. Do we want to do one of their songy things?
You want to do it? Yeah. So we've got a spinning wheel, and it's going to land on a person, and you will have to introduce. I'll make Matt do it because the song's going to be "Wannabe."
Okay.
And you're going to have to introduce the song in the style of whatever
person it comes up with.
I'm so bad at impressions, but I'll try it.
Okay. So what was last? Last time? What did we have?
So I'm almost there. I got to add a.
Do you remember what it was?
Because I'm a moron.
God, you
You're
remember
supposed to
last
disagree
week?
with that. You're supposed to say, no, Scott, you're not a moron.
Oh,
No, I wouldn't say that.
There we go. Excellent. That looks much better. All right, now I'm going to share, and I'm going to do it right this time. Where I'm actually going to share the sound and everything. All right. I'm getting better at this stuff. It's not like I haven't done this for like fucking forever, teaching middle school.
Man, I can't remember. Who did we, Scott, who did they get last week or last time?
Who did they get? Did they get Donald Trump?
Yeah, it was fucking Trump.
Yeah.
It's
So-
goddamn.
For those of you at home listening on like streaming, we got Wolverine, Pig Latin, Medieval, Evil Mad
Rocky
Scientist,
Balboa.
Spock, one of the Simpsons, Christopher Walken, Baby Talk, Rocky Balboa, Ben Stein, Visco Girl, Disney Princess, Yoda. You got the Hallmark movie, Fred Durst, Pillow Talk, Oprah, Morgan Freeman, Marissa Tomei, game show host. It goes on and on. So they're gonna have to introduce their song using one of these characters. And you've got the song ready to go then, Wrath Buddy? Or do I need to get ready too?
Yeah, we're good to go.
All right, cool. Just want to make sure. All right. So you gentlemen ready?
Yes, sir.
Gentlemen,
No.
like really, really loosely. No, that was a very flat joke there, wasn't it? All right, I'm going to click to spin, and then you've got to be this person.
Okay.
Who are you going to be tonight, baby? Who are you going to be?
Sasquatch.
Sasquatch.
Oh yeah.
All right.
All right.
You got to introduce a song like your Sasquatch.
Like a sass. What do you do that? I got
Baby
it. I got it.
sass.
If I can just, can I do it? Yes.
Yeah.
Wookie. Am I on camera? No.
No, let me make it bigger. I'm going to stop the screen share so we can get you bigger on camera. There we go. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Sasquatch.
There it is.
Nice intro.
There you go.
That's all you get.
That's it. You don't get any singing. It's all intro.
How awkward was it? More awkward? Is it more awkward trying to come up with stage banter or listen to your own music on a podcast on camera?
Both. Yes. Both. Listening it in front of friends for the first time is awkward. Like showing people. My mom probably.
Yeah.
Dude, I like that. I hate trends and shit, but there's this trend on like TikTok and stuff where like for musicians you'll take someone into your car and like video their actual first reaction. You make them listen to the shit and like I like that.
You
it's
like
cool,
that?
but parodies would be better.
Yeah.
We need more parodies of just about everything.
The parody of the trend makes the trend better. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So like we would do the reverse. We
There's
like,
no.
hey, I need to get your reaction of listening to the song that you've heard 20,000 times.
Or you just have them,
but I want you to react to it.
Okay.
they're just like, yeah, I heard this one time.
So, Ironic by Alanis Morissette, I walk in, right, and like,
It's like, all right. Okay.
I vibe.
I vibe. All right. So the next one, that was a good intro. What do you think, Scott? You think that was a good
Oh yeah, I did
introduction to the song?
Yeah,
Little squatch.
Squatchy.
Okay. All right. So our next segment, I have a compilation video I have made of on stage. They're not exactly meltdowns, but they're kind of freakouts by different people, and we're gonna judge whether or not they were justified.
Okay.
So stage banter meltdowns.
Yeah, there's some that need a little bit of pretext, but we'll get there.
Okay.
So most of them speak for themselves, though. So let's see here. You guys can see this. This is all good.
Are we on that at all? We're on that. Are we on this meltdown?
You might be. Let's see. The first one. Oh, the first one's Kiss.
Oh wow. The audio's not coming through.
Did you click the sound?
Oh, it's not sound.
When you hit the share video, there's a little box that says share sound.
It's lying. All right. We'll start over here.
And if y'all want to see me shove a laser pin up some motherfucker's ass, it's that guy right there. Now why don't you go out, because your mom's probably waiting with the car running. I know it's a big night for you. You may have had your first beer. But we're here to have a good time. And you're not going to wreck it for anybody. Go back home and turn on your XXX channels and pull out your Playboy magazines. But don't come back to see us again.
So that was Paul Stanley.
Yeah.
Um,
What was that in reference to? Like, what did the fucker in the crowd do?
Yeah, laser
he was just
point.
pointing a laser pointer at him while he was yeah.
I
So is this gonna stay full screen while I
Yeah, so just hit
I'll stop it between? That's
yeah.
cool. Okay.
Yeah, stop.
Okay. So yeah. Justified? Not? What do you think?
I'm halfway in to Justified. He had to do it the oldest man way to do it. Like, get your XXX channels and your Playboy mags and get your Cinemax and get your Hustler.
Yeah, I mean,
You unscramble the channel.
Yeah, get your
it's 2009, but like he's still really old in 2009, right?
Yeah,
Like,
he's still a boomer. You know?
We got streaming since in 2009. That's wild.
it's
Get on
it's
your
all about
OnlyFans
attacking the dude's
and-
masculinity and maturity too. It's like, oh, you've had your first Peter, your mom's waiting for you. And it's like, oh, it's the kind of insults that like the jocks would give me in high school,
Yeah.
right?
Dude, it's a fucking laser pointer. Like, I don't know. Like, if he directly kept getting it into his eye, you can see being pissed off.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
I agree. You should be pissed off if it's getting in his eyes. It's kind of fucked
Like
up,
a
but
baby is kind of.
I think Alex or whoever down there, I don't give a fuck what your actual names are, whichever one that spoke it. Like, they're right. It was just a very boomerish old man way to do it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It's not that he stopped it and complained and bitched. It was just like, wow,
Yeah.
like, that is something that you might have seen in like a 1980s movie, you
Yeah.
know, when like there was still like massive sexism, like on a Dynasty, you know, show like when women wear shoulder pads and it was okay to have sexual harassment. Like, it was just that very like, yeah, that's really old fashioned. And that is 2009. And it sounds like something you would have said in 1979.
If he had said something cooler, I've been totally justified, but it was like so goofy. If that was the second warning, like I feel like you should have had one more, like, hey, don't do that, and then that should have been like, okay, fuck you, you know?
But just kind of tell security, like just you find that guy,
I mean,
and then I don't
that
know.
would have been cool if they managed to have the spotlight come up and beam on the guy.
Right.
And put him on
If
like
you're
the
gonna be a
jumbo, because
dude,
you know they have a
you-
fucking jumbotron, right? It has to be. It's 2009.
Right.
There's got to be the jumbotron up there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kids. They always
like just
did.
fucking zone in on the dude and be like, okay,
Right. Or is that giving him what he wants?
Oh,
He obviously wants the attention.
I mean,
Yeah.
I would kind of
you
be
know.
stoked that Paul Stanley bitched me out.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Exactly. Like, ooh, I was that guy.
I'd make
And I'm not going anywhere because you can't make
Once
me
the
leave.
boomer meltdown.
Now I'm going to shoot my laser pointer at Peter Chris. See if I can make him. He's a cat after all. He loves the laser pointer.
You thought a symbol.
I would have made merch out of that. Like, I was the guy that pointed the laser. So,
Yeah.
And all I got was a shirt.
I get like a Paul Stanley quote.
Go jerk off
All
your
right.
porno mags.
Oh shit. All right, on to the next one.
Next one.
This, as you will see, is everyone's favorite band. We can play Nickelback. All right, and so the story is they're playing in Portugal, and people started throwing rocks at them. Rightfully, not rightfully. Well, you know, let's let the footage decide.
Have we got any Nickelback fans in Portugal?
Oh,
Are you sure?
Oh.
Up to you. You guys want to hear some rock and roll or you want to go home? See ya.
and he flicks him off. Was the best part. Well, okay, so after he said all that, I don't know if you could see it on there. It was so bad, but somebody threw another rock at him, and that's why he's like, "All right, fuck it."
Wow. Justified.
Justified.
I'm saying the rock throwing is just
The Rock. Is he, whether you suck or not, are you justified with complaining about having rocks thrown at you?
100%. Yeah.
Look, you know you're a Nickelback, right? It's not like it's something you just made up. It's not like this is your first run. You know who you are. You know the memes. You know what the internet says about you. And it sounds like they were playing a festival. So it's not just like people came out to a Nickelback show. They came out to a show of many bands that Nickelback happened to be on. So you need to have thicker skin than that, because that smacks of like an 8-year-old going, I'm going to take my ball and go home.
I mean, if it fucking hurts, though, what are you going to do? Like, I don't know, if you're getting hit with rocks.
Yeah. I'm thinking it's the language barrier, because he said, who wants the rock? And then we're like, you want the rock. And then they threw the rock.
I want some rocks at me.
Rock me.
And he probably already knows Spanish, which we already talked about. It is drastically different than Portuguese. It's like Yeti and Sasquatch. So
yeah. See.
So
yeah, I don't know. I think playing through the rocks, being thrown at you, would have won them some fans, though.
Yeah,
probably. Yeah.
Right.
That's like Green Day playing through getting the mud thrown at them and shit. They never stopped. It was awesome.
Yeah,
that was the coolest shit. Until he said, if you say get the fuck out, we'll go. Yeah. And then he did. So he did a minor. I guess that's
I mean, when I was in New York Privilege, we had a song called "We're Not Done Yet" that we would play until people stopped us from playing, and they would dive through us, throw stuff at us, jump on my back while I'm playing drums, dive through the drum set, and as long as I could hit something, I kept playing. I might have someone on my back, and I might just be hitting like my on its side, but the song's not over until you physically stopped us from playing.
Yeah,
it's fun.
It is fun.
Yeah. But it is if you can get them to play along.
Yeah. But that's like
if not, it gets really weird really quick. Then the venue owner's like, I'll fucking stop you.
I'll stop you.
I'm gonna fucking stop you.
It's a big stage. Just back up a little bit so the rock can't hit you.
Well, they have no monitors.
Whatever. That's not your problem. You care about the equipment. You're Nickelback. Throw some backbone.
Listen, they're used to people being nice, okay?
What kind of venue is it where there's rocks available? True.
That's also if it's
implying that like Portuguese people don't have proper venues and they have rocks laying around?
At least at this one.
The venue's wild.
They probably carry them in advance.
Nickelback's coming. You want to go fuck with them?
Like 2 for 5 throwing rocks, like outside of the venue.
Literally labeled throwing rock.
Yeah, throwing rock.
Maybe the rocks were all made of nickel and they were throwing them back.
Yeah. That's called special.
I'm just saying, it's like when Eve 6 was going to play Fest, and everyone thought it was like funny because it's ironic that Eve 6 is going to play Fest.
Yeah,
you have to know who you are, right? Just acknowledge that fact that you are a joke in some levels, and either use that to your advantage or don't play shows. I played a show years ago on tour with what's his face, Wheatus. Dude was a total dick. I was like, and I can only imagine how he is now because that teenage dirtbag meme that's been going all over the place the last year. But he was a dick in 2005, 2006, and thought his shit didn't stink. And it's like, dude, you had one song.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I wish I had one song. So then again, like, I wish I had one song. I wish I even had like the bridge of a song.
Yeah.
All right. So the next one, let's get over here. The next one is everyone's favorite band. Here we go. Black Veil Brides.
Oh, yeah.
So in this one, I guess they Memphis Mayfire opened up for them, and a bunch of people in the crowd are like yelling at them because, I mean, Black Veil Brides. So we yell at them.
All of you, come up here right now. Come on. No, I want you to play our guitars right now. Everybody that you think you're a badass, come up here right now. No, you're not paying attention to me. Come on. I want you and you and you, everybody that's doing that, come. You have a free chance to play. No, fucking look at me. You want to ruin my fucking show? Come up here and play the guitar better than us, motherfucker. Come on. her out of here.
So, well, you know,
Well, I don't
the
know who
next
that
person
band is, but I might be a fan now.
So they're like an emo band that also tries to be Motley Crue. I don't know if you noticed. We brought this up in other episodes before, but he was wearing a Black Veil Bride shirt.
Oh.
So if you're a fan of the band, you have to admit that you're a fan of a band who wears their own shirt on stage.
I mean, I haven't
First
even
of
heard
all.
that. And I said that loosely because I least. I mean, on one level, like there's.
I know that me and the Infants would have been like, well, yeah, give me your guitar, bro. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's fucking play the show.
I wish the person had come up on stage and done that. I think the part that got me is when he like literally just sat down. I'm like, was he sitting down? Like, are you really
Well,
like?
he was getting ready to get in, which he got down and got into the crowd, and
I
like
didn't-
throwing the fucking mic and like assaulting somebody.
Well, I mean, I think it's the assault that I approve of.
I'm down. I'm justified.
Some innocence.
You know, it's. I mean, I
You can
don't
put
really
some
approve
innocence
of
in
assault,
in that crossfire,
but
but
like, what was being said that was so bad that they couldn't take it? Like, how thin is your skin? Like, you obviously have fans because you're playing a place that big.
Yeah.
yeah,
I've never played a place that big.
right. And I've never been a huge fan of theirs, but yeah.
But
You
someone
know.
likes them.
Yeah. Oh, I mean that doesn't mean a lot. There's
I
a
don't
lot of
know.
people who like Kanye, and you know,
Yeah,
like
but
for a
like-
small portion here.
Have you never been heckled before? I've been heckled.
Oh, I mean, yeah. So to freak out like that was just like, I mean, you are just trying to do a job. So I don't know if you're gonna let somebody get under your skin like that.
Yeah,
You're
I
not doing
take
a very
back what
good
I
job.
said.
I mean, that
I like the fuck you look at me. that was my favorite. His
That part I
growl
did
was
like.
cool.
that
was-
part was like he was losing his mind. Yeah.
That
He
reminded
sounds
me
like-
like a dad yelling at his kid.
Yeah.
Tell me what to do.
You're not paying attention to me. Look at me. Hey, Batman, look at me. Where is she?
But like, what was being done? Like
They were just
what was
talking
so
shit. They were just
egregious?
yelling at him, talking about how they sucked. Yeah.
How could you even hear them over your own music? Stop talking and play.
I
Yeah.
couldn't hear what they had said back and whatever they freaked out about, but he ends up throwing the mic back in to the crowd afterwards or some shit, and then they're like, "Let's play some Motley Crue," and then they play some Motley Crue, and
Kickstart My Heart Starts, and he's fucking.
yeah, that's actually I think that's what they played, like something like
Yeah.
that, something stupid. Yeah, it was weird. I didn't keep watching, but just long enough to edit.
Who were they opening for?
Oh, they were headlining. The people wanted the openers more.
Who
You
was
know
the
that,
opener?
yeah.
As well.
Memphis Mayfire. So just another one of those emo metal band.
Yeah,
whatever
I guess
thing.
just lead. But I guess you are an emo metal band, right? So like that's your whole thing is you're emotional.
Right. I don't know. Whatever. You want to get another boomer? Let's get another
Yeah,
boomer in
let's
here.
do it now.
Let's do another. I got a couple boomers in here. Actually, I might have someone from the silent generation. Let's see what's going on. Let's go. So we got Rob Zombie coming up next because he's, King Boom.
Take a look at this. Does it look
He had said, I guess Marilyn Manson went over his set time. He was like co-headlining. He went over his set time and was talking about how he had like kicked Rob Zombie's ass or something. So here we go.
like it's been kicked by anybody? No, it has not. Some fucking weirdos like to talk a big game. They're gonna kick somebody's ass. Fuck you. So I hope you enjoy the last night of this fucking tour.
I had to keep the ending with John 5 because directly previously to this, he was Marilyn Manson's guitar player. So his new boss is out here talking mad shit. Yeah.
There's a video of them like pushing each other too on stage, him and Marilyn Manson.
Yeah, so I saw an interview with John 5 after that, and so John 5 has this thing where he doesn't like to talk shit about Marilyn Manson. or like really anybody he's worked with, because he's really he fault for it. Like John 5 knew the shtick, everything, and he was just kind of taking things really personally because like his grandpa died or something that day, and he had found out, so he was getting really emotional and like just pushing back harder. But he could just be afraid that Marilyn Manson.
Maybe.
Like, that's
There's
creepy
a
shit in
reason
Hollywood,
he went to court recently, so.
right?
So.
Yeah, I'm pro Rob Zombie in that.
Yeah,
scenario.
Rob
I
Zombie.
feel like Marilyn Manson seems just like an asshole.
Yeah, he did. I saw him play after Slayer once, and Slayer went over their time, and he was a big fucking dick about it. But I mean, it is Marilyn Manson. He's,
Yeah.
you know, I don't know what
And
to
that's like-
expect.
You know who? There are certain people that are just dicks. Like I've never seen Morrissey in concert, but I've heard
Yeah,
that he is a dick.
you know
Not
what
just
sucks is
off
when you
stage,
see
but
him
like on stage.
on stage. He loves the crowd. He loves the fans. He loves what he's doing. But yeah, he just needs to shut the fuck up. He's a
Yeah.
fucking idiot.
Yeah.
He's a fucking boomer. He's literally just a boomer. Like, it sucks when you think, you know, in the 90s and the 80s, you're like, wow, he's what a poet, you know? And then
Yeah.
And then, and
I don't get
then,
it. And then, yeah, and
yeah.
come on, man, just stop. So we agree. Rob Zombie was justified.
Yeah.
At least in what he was saying. You know, how he said it was kind of funny.
I'm trying to think if there are any active bands right now that are boomers that I listen to.
Well, Fear the Spider, you know, my singer's 60 years old.
Yeah.
He's not a boomer.
There you go. Is that a boomer? I guess.
No.
What age is
No.
boomer?
I love his
Hold on.
cheetah print shirts.
Oh.
Those are my favorite.
You know, Wayne Kramer would have been a boomer, and I loved Wayne Kramer, and he just passed
Yeah,
away.
oh my god, that was so sad, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, so they'd be 57 to 75. So yeah, technically he's in.
Yeah, he would have been a boomer.
Yeah. But yeah,
And
Kramer, damn,
Their
that was a
first
big
album
hit.
was a live album, right? And I only have it
Mhm.
on CD. I've always
That
wanted
was
to
on
get
a
it on
full
vinyl.
moon.
But to get it on vinyl that's uncensored first edition, where they said, kick
Oh
out
my
the
God.
jams, motherfucker. What a great way to open your first song on your first album ever.
Mm.
It's like $150 on Discogs to find it
Yeah, I bet.
in like a
Worth it.
condition that like is playable. You can get it in good. I'm like, no, I don't want good. I want mint or very near mint. Like, I'm like, man, $150 for a record is even one that I love.
Yeah.
And I search every now and on eBay, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is only like $60. Is this the uncensored? They're like, no, because they don't label it as uncensored, so you have to ask.
True. Yeah, because they didn't label it as that when it first came out.
Yeah, so
And
you
that's
don't
why
know.
they had to pull it.
Yeah, and you have ones that are first, you know, that are you know, in whatever year it was. So it's like that year, but they're censored. So like there's a limited number of ones that came out uncensored in that first run.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's fucking cool.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so we've already said that Bitch Laser Pointer is pretty much not, you know, it's pretty lame and boomery. So I keep this clip in. We don't have to discuss it. We'll go straight to the next clip after. But I just think it's funny. That's it.
Yeah.
It's another boomery kind of guy bitching about laser pointers.
I see who you are with the laser, you little dickhead. Oh, aren't you so cool? Yeah, I saved all my allowance from mommy to go buy a laser so I could shine it at Dave. I bet you're probably still a virgin, aren't you, Peck Roy? Well, how about you be cool so the people around you don't beat your fucking brains in and let me play guitar, okay? Thank you. Duh! See, when I'm up here and I got the fucking microphone, I can say whatever I want to.
Can I just say that Dave Mustaine is one of the cutest redheads ever?
Hey,
Yes.
you
So
should fucking calm down there, buddy.
So one thing, like, was there a time period where people brought laser pointers to all the metal shows? Like, was
It
there
must be a
something I
thing.
missed?
Must be a thing.
Like, I thought you would go to shows and you brought your wallet, your drugs, and your chicken. I didn't know you had to bring a laser pointer.
No, but you know that if it was 2009-ish time too, I do remember being in high school at the time that laser pointers were like a big fucking thing that we did just bring to class and fuck with people with. So there wasn't that era actually makes sense.
Was it like the fidget spinners of its time?
Yeah.
Worse because you could blind somebody with this shit.
I like to think that was the same guy with the same laser pointer.
You're just going around all this stuff.
He's just like, I'm gonna go around and I'm just gonna fuck with every metal band full of people in their 50s or 60s.
Oh, man.
But
So
like,
when I get on the
crowd was
microphone,
chanting Dave, 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 Dave.
I like
I mean-
kids, but maybe that, in my opinion, Dave's voice is just garbage. In my opinion,
Well-
I know it's not Dave, but there's
I
not
can say whatever I want.
there's not a thing like that song where I'm like, that's good.
What-
Hey,
was that-
motherfucker.
Was that drastically different though than Paul Stanley? I mean, they both went after his like sexual manhood.
It's a metal show. What do you expect?
I don't know.
I mean,
It's always the male urge to go say, "Go learn how to play guitar."
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
So
always
you
going to
get
go
over
over
here
your
and say
sexual
whatever I
virility.
want.
Yeah.
And I guess that's what rock and roll is, though. It's like literally was a term for sex. You rock and you roll. So
Yeah. Okay.
there's an inherent
It's sex,
nature
drugs,
of
and
sexual.
rock and roll. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Saying stop the drugs. So what's left?
Yeah.
Nothing for him.
No.
No. It's like Countdown to
all right.
Extinction was a countdown to their last halfway decent album. Guys,
Enough.
Dave, you rule, okay?
used to
All
be
right,
on
all
MTV Rock the Vote. I remember that.
He won't be real.
It'd be him.
I don't want to give Dave.
I actually have a live tape of Dave when he was still playing guitar in Metallica.
Oh, wow.
Before they kicked him out and
Yeah.
made him take the bus home.
Yeah. Better than the bus ahead for intake.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
That
That was a fucked up story.
I should have
All
made that
right.
joke. That's terrible. Sorry, Cliff Burton's family and everyone that loves Cliff Burton and everyone who's had a musician die in a bus accident. I apologize to you.
It's so sad. All right. Well,
We
on
can cut
that,
part
on
out.
that note, let's get to another. I'm sure you could consider Guy Boomer, Mr. Tool, Maynard James.
Mr.
This
Cool.
one's free. There's no free proposal.
Whoa! Whoa! What the fuck was happening there? Are we watching WrestleMania? Holy shit! If you're listening on streaming, you need to stop and come watch this. Put it up on YouTube. Fucking A. Okay then.
It's pretty
So,
well.
yeah, I mean, he just. I think as a Tool fan, being choked out by Maynard James Keenan is probably a second most of us have.
Yeah.
But
Fantasy. That's a fantasy.
that was an interesting thing because he totally tricked him. He was like, "Yeah, man, give me a hug," and he's like, "Fuck off."
What made it better was he kept singing.
That's what I was gonna say. He just kept going.
Yeah.
That was sick.
Yeah,
rule.
Just
So where's the context in this? What was the purpose of that? Like,
listen. If Maynard's into two things, it's jujitsu and anal. Is all I've heard. Is that I don't
What a
know.
tool.
I mean, he just put on a show, I guess.
I know this mic will fit.
He's like, I'm gonna call security, but
But
you know.
it was like, fuck it. I'm gonna try this out in the real world. Also, waiting for the moment.
If
I
you know
haven't
on
seen
stage,
them since like Lollapalooza '92, and he
Oh,
wore
like the
like
first
those
show.
pajamas from the '50s, like they're the pink ones with the butt flap button,
Yeah.
They were great. That was the last time I saw them. First and last.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean, he was probably just in a trance, you know, Joe Rogan style or something.
Oh,
he was on DMT, I'm sure.
There was too much elk meat. Yeah. He was raging.
He was never. So I don't know. Just watched the fight the night before. This next one's a typical freak out patron. He likes to do it a lot, and here we go. There's a guy with a camera.
Hey, take that! Take that! Now, get that guy and take that! I'll take it, goddammit! Well, thanks to the lame-ass security, I'm going home.
Was that the Detroit one where the riot happened afterwards?
I can neither confirm nor deny that. But yeah, so he jumps in and I guess he breaks some dude's camera and then he got back up on stage and so I think he got his ass beat in the crowd too, and so he was just not very happy about that.
That's pretty
cool. Yeah, pictures from the audience,
Yeah. I mean, he was well known for throwing tantrums. Like during that tour they did with Metallica and Faith No More, which I saw at RFK in DC, by the way.
Oh yeah.
During that tour, they had a show, I believe it was in Detroit, where he threw a fucking hissy fit and left the stage. And then
he was also
a
an hour and a half
and everyone started tearing up the chairs and going fucking nuts.
That's Detroit.
Yeah. And then there were fucking times where they just didn't even go on stage because he was throwing a hissy fit backstage and wouldn't play.
Yeah, well, this one I think he was an hour and a half late too, which is
he was a good 2 hours late for the one that I saw.
Yeah,
it was like they were there, we're early. Faith No More's playing, and people were throwing shit at Faith No More, by the way, but they just fucking kept playing.
They would love it.
Yeah, and then Metallica plays, and it's still daylight out, and it's night, and I'm only 16 years old, 15, 16. But the guys around me are just drinking beer after beer, and it's this is gonna get badder and badder and badder because they're just
yeah.
All right, well, I got a couple more, just three more little quick ones. Well, the last one's a surprise. I'll let you know. We all know that the last one's justified, but we've got two more before we get there. So we've had a lot of metal people, so I wanted to bring some pop guys into the mix. So we're all
why are you guys so anti-metal, dick?
Hey, listen. You want to know the extent of my research? I watched the top 20 meltdowns and then went and found my own versions of the videos and clipped them together. So that's why, because they're all assholes. I'll clip that out, maybe. I don't know. Here we go. Here's our friend, Mr. Justin Bieber.
I just need you guys to get warmed up so I can hey, no, what are you doing? Yo, what are you doing? Stop it. Come on, I said stop it. Yo, what are you doing?
Okay, so context, I guess. He spilled some water on the stage and he's
come on, guys. Yo, listen to me. Are you listening? Okay, I'm trying to wipe the floor. Give me a second, yo. Guys, never mind. I'm done. I'm not doing the show. I'm not doing the show.
So our first modern musician meltdown.
Did he really walk off and not do the show over them? Why did he have to wipe up the water?
Well, so he didn't. He probably had somebody to wipe up the water. I don't know.
Sure.
That was some baby shit. That was some baby beaver shit. That was ridiculous.
Okay. That literally spoke to me as I could see a middle school teacher going, kids, calm down. Let me clean up the floor here real quick and then we'll get back to the lesson. Can you just, we'll do the fun thing in a moment. Just let me, kids, fine. That's it. I'm not doing the lesson. Heads down.
Right. And it was, I don't know.
Right. That's literally what just happened there. That was a middle school teacher freak out that the kids aren't listening to you as you try and clean up a mess so you can do the fun stuff.
Right.
I have seen that so many times.
Also, was in the corner of a huge stage. Don't go to that one spot until it gets clean.
90% of my stage show is choreographed here.
No, it's water. For the love of fucking God.
I mean, he's got stage hands, so I don't.
Yeah, I
don't
understand why that
think-
can't just be cleaned up. Like, walk to the side of the stage, be like, snap your fingers.
You know what it was? It was probably an Illuminati ritual that they wouldn't let him complete. So he just,
What
gonna mess
were
up the
they doing
spell.
that was stopping it from cleaning on? What
oh,
was
just
happening?
well, they were touching him and shit. Like, I kind of get it. It's like, dude, like, back the fuck up a minute. But like, to do that was just a little like,
Of course you're touching you. You're fucking Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
you know, like, I can't really back up. Like, there's somebody pushing me.
You should have just
So-
grabbed one of them and used their body to wipe it up and then pushed them back. They'd have loved it.
I would have just put my own body in it and swim in it like.
Yeah. Just
You get
go
canceled
with
for
it
that
instead
these
of
days.
being a little
I don't know.
jerk face about it.
Yeah, I mean, teenagers. What do you do? What do you do?
I don't know. When I was a teenager, I don't think I would be like that.
I'm gonna clean my room, guys. Come on. Guys, leave me alone. Stop calling. My mom's not gonna let me go. Okay. So Justin Bieber, we've got our good friend Mr. Piano Man next. And this is, so I needed a good classic freak out. These are all is relatively modern. This is Billy Joel in his
And
prime.
I love Billy Joel, by the way. I want to throw that out there, so I'm going to wait.
This
till
is rock. This is punk as fuck, by the way. But I mean, his reasoning, we'll discuss. Here we go. Play me a song, Mr. Piano Man.
Stop lighting the audience. Why does it always seem to hit me in the middle of the night? Stop it.
What the fuck happened there?
That rules.
So I definitely love that he broke the mic stand in half and kept going. Was my favorite part of the whole thing. I mean, the piano flip was obviously
It was
stellar, but, like,
amazing.
they continue going, and then I don't know, changing tones mid-song, and he's just like,
That rule. I like when he said stop it because you could put that in anything like stop it.
Yeah, like, stop it.
It's a
Back to the song.
So, I mean, stop lighting the crowd. Like, I don't know. I like to see the crowd. I don't know what the issue there was.
Is he
I don't
yelling at
know.
his lighting guy for lighting the crowd instead of lighting him?
Yes, and I think if you the more of the video where he was on the right side of the screen smashing up, he kind of like threw some other stuff over there.
Yeah.
So I think the lighting guy was like maybe over there. But yelling at the lighting guy the whole time.
Yeah.
And that's one I've heard him yelling at the sound guy, but like
Yeah.
the lighting guy's a little different.
I can't even think. Like, I'm trying to think now in all the shows I've seen, and I've seen a fuck ton of shows.
I've seen
ever
Bo Burnham.
someone like lose their shit on stage.
Over lighting, yeah.
Over
Like, I saw
anything.
Bo Burnham do
Like,
it.
I don't think I've ever seen like a band just freak out and just walk off stage before.
That's
Right,
pretty
like
wild.
if you got all the lights, cool. Like I don't know.
I mean, complain.
I don't know,
maybe
maybe-
complain about a fog machine that they don't want, or
Right.
complain about the sound, or complain that there's no
Yeah.
one dancing. All various complaints. But I've never seen a band just like fucking go, fuck it, we're done.
You know, cocaine.
Okay.
I think is the answer there. I that probably had a lot to do with
Oh,
the
you think he
agitation.
had a lot of cocaine.
Yeah.
Especially
Oh
still
yes,
with-
I think he was.
Yeah.
I think he was probably very, very high. And
yeah.
shit happens. I mean, like it makes for good videos. Now we have videos of this shit. It's
Yeah.
fucking awesome.
Drugs,
Like, I'm okay with it.
drugs.
Freak out. I might
Yeah.
tell you, I have a show tonight. I'm gonna freak out.
Do it.
You know, I'm gonna do it just to freak. I won't tell my band either. That'll be the best part.
Oh.
Keep playing. Yeah. So, as I said, we've got one more. I'm sure everybody here is really familiar with it. We all know it's Justified. This one's very near and dear to our hearts, but I have to play it because.
I know what it is. Yeah.
But
Jesus Christ, we've got 4 fucking minutes left. The fuck am I gonna do with 4 fucking minutes? Yeah, I'll bring your fucking usher back up here, goddammit. And give you a fucking minute per fucking song. I've been around for fucking 25 years, Las Vegas. I got at least 1 minute per fucking song, I'll tell you that right now. I'll tell you one thing, I'll say Julio Cesar Chavez has got 1 fucking minute to knock out fucking some motherfucker from fucking Argentina, I'll tell you that. Give me a fucking break. 1 minute left. 1 minute fucking left. You're gonna give me fucking 1 minute? Look at that fucking sign right there. 1 minute. Let me fucking tell you something. Let me tell you something. I've been around since fucking 1980 fucking 8. And you're gonna give me 1 fucking minute? You gotta be fucking kidding me. You fucking kidding me? What the fuck? I'm not fucking Justin Bieber, you motherfuckers.
No, we watched him.
You gotta be fucking joking. This is a fucking joke. I got 1 minute, 1 minute left. Oh, now I got nothing left. Now I got nothing left. Let me show you what 1 fucking minute fucking means. One minute. God fucking love you all. We'll be back.
And they were.
So
They were.
that's
Like you said, good game.
hands down best freak out ever.
The most television.
That was just a freak out because their set had 1 minute left to go, and he was offended that they told him how much time he had left.
He was abhorrently drunk. He was so drunk. That was the height of his alcoholism, and so because he got So, it also at the very beginning he's got 4 minutes, and they're like play fucking basket case, and so they get like 3/4 of the way through it. He's like, "Fuck this! I want to play a new song," and then he realizes they're also down to 1 minute. He's like, "I fuck this shit," and so he just also story
he
is
stopped basket case partway through.
Yep. And he's like,
"Fuck it,
fuck
I don't want
this."
to play the song that you all want me to play. I'm not your trained jukebox up here. I'm gonna play the song I want, not the fucking hit from 30 years ago."
Yeah. And that his guitar tech also gathered the pieces of that guitar, put it back together, and he still plays it today.
No shit.
So that's fucking it's I think my other favorite part is how Mike and Trey, as soon as he actually starts, they're kind of just like, dude, what the fuck? But as soon as he smashes it, they're like, hey, that's the show. Let's go. Let's
what we're doing. It is what it is. So be it.
Do it. I mean, that and Woodstock are some of my favorite videos because at any point Green Day could have just stopped playing. Seeing Billy Joe's, he's whatever, and everyone just could have stopped, and they're like, let's create the moment,
So they do, literally every couple decades, they have a new moment that fucking still plants them in the zeitgeist of the scene, I guess.
The best freakouts possible.
Green Day, and I'll admit, I have not probably bought a Green Day album since American Idiot, which is a long time ago. But my friends in You're the Fist, they live out in Oakland, and they say they will go to house shows out there, and Green Day will show up at house shows, watch the local bands, and then casually ask if they can play a song or two, and they'll play 1 or 2 and then get off and go back to watching the other bands, or if they do it at the end of the night. How cool that they will still go and just go see local bands and chill out and not make a big deal that they're there, but hey, can we just play one song?
Billy Joe, he's really known for going to local bars and seeing local bands, and he's like, he won't let press talk to him. He's like, if you come up and talk to me at this bar, I will never do an interview for you ever again. So they all leave him alone because they'll fucking freak out.
Yeah,
it's really cool.
I think that's just really dope that they go out and do that. So it's kind of like when I was living in DC and you would see Ian come out to shows.
Yeah,
so Bill comes out.
They're not. They're not punk. They just keep the ethos.
Yeah, they're still part of it. I'm still going to go see some small show at this little venue that holds 100 people. And I'm just going to go see what's happening.
All right, so we got one more segment before we wrap it up with final thoughts. Ian, you haven't said anything, so
he really hasn't said anything.
You have to talk now. I'm going to make you talk, and since I know that you guys always have a shtick before this song, I'm going to see what happens when Ian has to introduce it. Well, the story goes Matt and Alex fought super hard before the show, and so they are just not doing any stage banter. And so Ian has to do it all and introduce all of the songs. And so the song you're going to introduce is Other Side. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So you get a countdown or anything to do it, or how long has he got to talk for?
Oh, I guess I don't know. We do the usual 30 seconds. I'm not giving you any time to think. This is time enough.
No time. Let's just go. 1, 2, 3, go. Introduce.
This song is about Alex. It's called Other Side.
You got about 20 more seconds, buddy. Alex is also tuning.
He's looking around the room for things to talk about. Bacteria, lifeguard, Windex. We'll see you on the other side of Listerine. Candle.
That's all they get. They gotta go look.
Sick.
They gotta go look for more. But I like that. I like the Windex. See
Good.
it clearly on the other side.
I love Lamp. I love Lamp. That was it. Just now.
I love it. I'm happy.
This is about stage banter. I don't say anything.
Yeah, because you're
No, that's why this show is also about being an asshole. So I had to do that.
Yeah. It's trying to make you as uncomfortable as possible, kind of like being in middle school.
I already played in a band with these two. I don't need to be more embarrassed.
So, do you think, in closing, do you think you'll ever give your drummer a microphone?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Windex.
I feel like me and Matt skirt on the line, and I think Ian's gonna hurdle over that line and say some.
I agree.
I think if you give him a microphone at the end of the night, the bar's going to go, "Thank you, Ian, for doing an inventory of everything we have." I was going to have to stay late tonight to count all the different bottles of liquor, but you named them all, so thank you.
I think you should Tommy Liam and give him one of the pop mics that the Black Veil Brides guitarist had.
Oh yeah,
give him one of those. He'd be great. Windex.
That's fun. Windex. Drano.
Tito's. Bottles of Tito's. Oh shit.
All right, dude. It's been so fucking great having you on here. Hope
Thank
you enjoyed yourself.
Congrats for the longest episode so far.
Probably.
Really?
Yeah, it's been on the lengthy
That's my
side.
fault. That's my fault. We had fun.
We had fun. So
we have fun.
I guess we're going to close it out here. Thanks all the listeners and the viewers. This is Stage Banter with Mr. P and Wrath, and we had a band called Ian Talks a Lot on here. They're hanging out together from Florida. So Social Infants, great band. I'm going to put all their links and shit in the bottom.
Catch us in Texas in July, not the metal band. Boom.
Boom. Stop recording on this shit. We're stopped. There it is. Stop. Oh.
You just broke into someone's house. I have no idea.